in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2021 NSAA Boys Basketball Championships. Our day-long coverage here on NET concludes in Class C2 as it's number 1 seed GICC taking on number 2 seed Yutan. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with former high school standout and Husker Andy Markowski. Great to have you with us. Andy Kendi will be joining us momentarily. We've got a good one to finish out Class C2, GICC and Yutan. Both teams have been kind of around this state championship bubble over the last few years.
Yeah, no doubt. Yutan 2 years ago, and then GICC, the runner-up. And this is 1 versus 2. Everybody was kind of talking about W West and Miller North. This is another game that's 1 versus 2. Two really good teams. Brady Tim is going to be a key in this game. 5'10" senior going to Doane, averaging 21 points a game. You know, just a winner. He had a game winner yesterday with 2.2 seconds, or excuse me, on Thursday with the semifinals to knock off BRLD, which was a 2-time defending champion. So he's going to have an impact in this basketball game. 4 assists, 3 steals. You know, we'll do a lot to fill that stat sheet for Yutan. For Grand Island Central Catholic, very balanced, okay, but look for Dave Chingmer, 6'8", forward, averages about 10 a game, 7 rebounds, but he also blocks a lot of shots, so he's going to have a presence in the paint. You know, GICC has really rolled through this tournament. Both games they've won by a margin of 27 points a game, but Yutan is a competitive team. GICC may be the most balanced and complete team C2 has seen in a while.
One more champion to crown. We'll do that when we come back. GICC, Yutan, next on NET.
Central Valley Ag, a cooperative serving customers and local farming communities in Nebraska, Kansas, and Iowa. Embracing the cooperative spirit to deliver value to our members. Proud to say, we are CVA.
If you or a loved one feels depressed or suicidal, don't be afraid to talk about your feelings. The Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services wants you to know that you are not alone and that Nebraska needs you.
Help, hope, and healing are available in the Heartland and are just a phone call or text away. Call 1-800-273-TALK or text HOME to 741-741.
Welcome back to Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the Class C2 State Championship game. GICC taking on Yutan. Hello again, everybody. I'm Andy Kendi. I'll be bringing you the stories from the sidelines in this final game on Championship Saturday. Let's start with the introductions of the players and coaches, and for that, let's go across court to Mr. Rich Broderson.
On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools, welcome to the 2021 NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships. The NSAA is proud to recognize its premier corporate partners: U.S. Bank, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, and CHI Health St. Elizabeth. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena for tonight's Class C2 Boys Championship game between the number 2 seed with a 24-2 record, the Yutan Chieftans, and the number 1 seed with a 24-4 record, the Grand Island Central Catholic Crusaders. Now let's meet the teams. First, the non-starters for Yutan. Number 2, Jake Richmond. Number 4, Paul Kirchman. Number 5, Nolan Tim. Number 14, Drake Trent. Number 20, Frankie Heavenstreet. Number 22, Braxton Wentworth. Number 24, Jason Smith. And number 32, Jack Edwards. And now here are the non-starters for Grand Island Central Catholic. Number 5, Jack Kenna. Number 11, Kobe Bells. Number 15, Brayton Johnson. Number 21, Tanner Turek. Number 25, Braden Wenzel. And number 35, Ishmael Nadir. And now here's a starting lineup for the Chieftans of Yutan. A 6'2" junior, number 0, Sam Peterson. A 5'11" junior, number 1, Isaiah Daniel. Number 3, a 5'10" senior, Brady Tim. A 6'3" junior, number 10, Gavin Cubey. And a 6'1" junior, number 12, Carter Dakota. The assistant coaches for the Chieftans are Kevin Rogers, Mike Davis, Dave Novak, Dan Novak, and Don Kerr. And the head coach for Yutan is Jesse Gardner. And now here's the starting lineup for the Crusaders of Grand Island Central Catholic. A 5'11" senior, number 3, Russ Martinez. A 6'3" junior, number 31, Isaac Herbeck. A 6'3" junior, number 33, Marcus Lowry. A 6'8" junior, number 41, Gil Jangmer. And a 6'9" senior, number 45, Day Jangmer. The assistant coaches for the Crusaders are Rob Misek, Colin Toner, Terry Fredrickson, and Howard Schumann. And the head coach for Grand Island Central Catholic is Tino Martinez. The officials for tonight's Class C2 championship game are Tim Devlin, Pete Marino, and Jaime Gonzalez. The bench official is Mr. Kelvin Nesbitt. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play basketball!
Yutan just outside of Omaha, Grand Island Central Catholic, just off of West 13th in Grand Island. How did they get here? GICC, the top seed, wins over Tri-County and Hartington Cedar Catholic. And Yutan picked up a win over Chase County and knocked off two-time defending champ VRLD 49-47. 1 versus 2 in this Class C2 championship. And tipping it up for Grand Island Central Catholic will be Day Jangmer. Tips off against Sam Peterson. Jangmer controls. Isaac Herbeck with it. Inside to Jangmer. Good move by Jangmer, but right there defensively is Gavin Cubey.
That's going to be important for Yutan to be able to wall up and do a good job against the size of Grand Island Central Catholic. It's abnormal to have 1 6'8" player to have 2 along your front line. It's going to be a difficult matchup.
Foul called on Brady Tim. Brady, the leading scorer for Yutan. That's his first personal foul.
Brady Tim, his first personal foul, first team foul. against Yutan.
Just the second year of organized ball for the Jingmers, for Gil and Day Jingmer. Day is a senior, Gil a junior. Here is Gil with it down low. Backs in. And a charge called on Gil Jingmer. Tino Martinez wants to make sure he understands what the call was. Yutan comes in 24-2 on the year. Had a 20-point win in the first round over Chase County, knocked off BRLD by 2. Ball goes to the ground. Tim chases that down. Brady Tim with it.
Yeah, did a nice job of tight. Walking the tightrope there at half court. Did not step over the line. I was right down it.
Dakota knocks down the three-pointer. Carter Dakota, the junior. Lowry drives in, kicks it out to Martinez, whose three-pointer is off the front of the rim. Rebound into the hands of Lowry, who's up strong, and GICC on the board.
Marcus Lowry.
Here's Peterson back to Tim. Brady Tim, a Doane commit, two-time All-Stater. Here's Peterson's three-pointer, that's off. Good hustle for the rebound by Isaiah Daniel to keep it alive. Nice drive by Tim. And Brady Tim with his first 2 of the game.
Yeah, Yutan's really doing a good job of spreading the bigger Grand Island Central Catholic team out and using the dribble drive to create offense.
Nice move down low, little spin underneath by Gil Jingmer.
Yeah, good footwork. It's going to be difficult to defend him one-on-one. Yutan's probably going to have to send help, either from a double from the backside or maybe dig from a ball side post entry.
Gil had 13 each of the last 2 games. Nice block by Jingmer from behind. And Tim is fouled, and Tim will shoot 2. So Herback picks up the foul. Into the game now for GICC is Kobe Bales. And Gil Jingmer will take the seat.
Coach Martinez has elected to go a little smaller.
Yep.
Taking one of the posts off the floor. Kind of go 4 out around 1 now versus kind of the 3 out, 2 in. Both the Dingmer brothers are on the court together.
Dingmer kicks it out. Drive by Lowry again, and Lowry with his second basket. He's got 4 points.
And 6'3" junior, averages 9.
Both of these teams, Grand Island Central Catholic and Yutan, as a travel they're called on the Chieftans. Both of these teams have finished runner-up to BRLD in the last 2 years. Last year, GICC lost in the finals to Bancroft Rosalie Lions Decatur Northeast, and in 2019 it was Yutan dropping an 11-point game. And they both found a way to get here this year when Yutan beat BRLD in the semis. Yeah, we've had 2-time state champions in Class C2 each of the last 6 years. Hastings St. Cecilia went back-to-back. Then Ponca went back-to-back in 17 and 18, and BRLD in 19 and 20. One of these teams hoping to keep that trend going with the win tonight.
see that so often. Teams like Grand Island Central Catholic that came up short, but returned a lot of pieces. You kind of make that next step. It's just it's just not easy to win a state championship. You have to have teams that have learned how to win in the first round, then get through the semis and play with that poise.
Nice job defensively there by Gavin Cubey with the block for the Chieftans. We're knotted at 6.
He just experienced that last game, Millard North. Just being able to make that next step is so important.
Here's Russ Martinez with it. Skip pass. Open look from Turek, who knocks down the 3. Tanner Turek. Tino Martinez says he likes it when Turek gets going because he's a little bit like a microwave. He heats up quickly.
Yeah, he took that shot with confidence.
Yeah.
Since they've went small, they've really been able to spread Yutan. They were driving it a layup. That time they spread it and got a 3. Looks like Turek is spotting again.
Step back, thought about it. Here's Martinez. Open look again for Bales. He decides to keep it. And there is Jengmer. Nice mid-range from Day Jengmer.
See Russ Martinez kind of face guarding Tim, trying to limit his touches.
And the turnover by the Chieftans. Midway through or near the end of period number 1 here in Lincoln. 3-pointer, open look, knocked down by Turek. GICC with the lead.
At Heartland Lutheran, we are Christ-centered.
Christ-centered.
We are Christ-centered.
We are equipped.
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 We are inspired.
Inspired.
We are prepared.
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 We are Heartland Lutheran.
Constellation is a natural gas supplier helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Number 1 on Yutan's roster is Isaiah Daniel. He's a junior guard. His grandfather, Steve, was a former Yutan head coach. And back in 1979, he was taking on Lions in the championship game. And with a little bit of gamesmanship, before the game started, he decided to call a timeout. Well, it didn't work that well because Lions hit 12 of their first 13 shots. Yutan lost 75-41, and after the game, they changed the rule where you couldn't do that anymore. Well, much to Steve Daniels' amusement, because it didn't work at all, actually.
Great story, Andy. Timeout before the game. That's something you'd expect from Markowski, isn't it? Tim kicks it out. Takota. 2 3-pointers by Carter Takota. He's 2 for 2 from range.
Good start. Needed that 3.
Foul called on Cubey. So Gavin Cubey with the chuckle picks up the foul.
Grand Island Central Catholic's a little deeper than Yutan. Coach Martinez has already played 8 players.
Wow. Did they count the basket?
They did.
They did. Basket good. And the foul is a push, an opportunity for a three-point play here from Marcus Lowry. Lowry's got 6 early on. He's 3 for 4 from the floor.
Yeah, good offense by Grand Island Central Catholic. Kind of went inside, outside. Yutan, not a great closeout. Lowry is able to attack, come to kind of the power jump stop. It's a good move. You can't pivot once you do that move, but you can go back up and score. Lowry with 7 early points for Grand Island Central Catholic.
.30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. GICC with a 5-point advantage. Yutan will wait for the final shot here of this first. Brady Tim with it up top. And he's going to go with 8. No shot before the shot. The foul was on the floor. Foul called on Martinez. That's his first. So 5.1 left here in quarter number 1. Dakota to inbound into Tim. Shot on the way by Tim. Got it at the buzzer. 3-pointers keeping Yutan around here in quarter number 1. They have 3 from range here in the first, including this one. To end the first, 14-12, GICC with the lead.
Sometimes you just have to be a little stronger, go a little farther, be a little tougher. This past year was a test to see if we could step up and weather the storm together. We are committed to push a little harder, go a little farther, lean into the challenge, and be tougher together. Aurora and you.
This is Emma. She cares about her kids and our environment. And this is Nate. He loves his car and loves to drive. They both fill up with unleaded 88. Emma knows unleaded 88 reduces emissions from her vehicle. Nate knows unleaded 88 is approved for his engine and provides high-octane performance. They may think about fuel in different ways, but the fuel of choice for both Emma and Nate is unleaded 88. Engine smart, earth kind.
Back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, want to remind you, coming up next Saturday on NET, Iowa and Nebraska will do battle on the hardwood. In volleyball, Nebraska with the win last night over Ohio State, battling Ohio State again tonight. We'll have the match for you right here on NET. Iowa at Nebraska. Tim, 3-pointer rattles out to begin quarter number 2.
Okay, Central Catholic going back big, playing the 2 posts together.
Martinez off to Herbeck, now down to the corner. Herbeck dribbles in mid-range, hits it from about 10 feet away. Here's Daniel with it up top. Tim drives in. This body control by Tim. He got the big man in the air and then went around him for the basket.
Yeah, nice job turning down the ball screen. Kind of went away from it where there wasn't help. And Tim's first step is so quick. You can shoot it with range, so you got to stay out on him, and then he's able to put it on the floor and get to the mid-range.
Foul called on Sam Peterson. I'll check that. It's going to be on Drake Trent. That's his first personal foul. And puts Jingmer at the line. Here is Gill, who's had 13 in both of the first 2 rounds for GICC. 13 in the quarters and 13 in the semis. There's 8th-year head coach Tito Martinez, who was an assistant under Bill Gavers for 22 years. He's a graduate of GICC back in 93, a graduate of GI Senior High back in 93, not GICC. Off the front of the rim. And the foul called on the Crusaders. Day Jingmer gets the foul, that's his first. Brady Tim again drives in. And then the foul called on Martinez. That'll be his second personal foul. That will put Drake Trent at the line.
Yeah, just nice job by Tim. He's a really hard matchup. Doesn't look like GICC has a great perimeter defender for a matchup. Martinez has kind of been asked to do that. That's the second foul on Martinez, so now they're going to go with Bills.
That is the first point that was not scored by either Tim or Dakota for Yutan. First 14 points. Rebound to Jingmer. Skip pass across, open look, 3-ball is just long. And the rebound into the hands of Jake Richmond. Tim again is off. And Bales.
JCC being pretty patient, trying to get the ball on the block, but Yutan's playing. You see Yutan playing really soft on the perimeter, really packing it in, not allowing that entry pass on the ball side.
QB back into the game now for the Chieftans. The C2 title game on the line here in 2021. We mentioned last year it was BRLD. Let's take a look at that game.
The BRLD Wolverines entered the Class C2 Boys Basketball State Championship on a 51-game win streak. But the top-ranked GICC Crusaders had plans of stopping them. The Wolverines started hot, going on 3 runs, including a 10-0 run that was capped off by a 3-point halftime buzzer beater by Darwin Snyder. BRLD continued to build on their lead through the second half as they closed out GICC for a 61-47 victory and their second straight Class C2 title.
We'll have a new champ here in 2021. It'll be either Yutan or GICC. Grand Island Central Catholic has kind of been the class of Class C2 this year. And they've proved it in their 2 wins down here at State. Opening win by nearly 30 points over Tri-County, and then they knocked off Cedar Catholic by 24. So combined margin of victory of about 26 points in the first 2 games. Yutan has been down here at State 4 consecutive years.
showing good patience. Still trying to really spread Grand Island Central Catholic.
Travel called on Richmond, so the turnover for the Chieftans. First-year head coach, Jesse Gardner. Career of 24-2. Has Yutan here in the finals in his first year on the bench as head coach. Looks inside for Jingmer, who's calling for it. Cut to the basket. Near baseline, doesn't get it to go. Good putback. Colby Bales with the catch and putback.
Yeah, good offense. Grand Island Central Catholic finally got it on the block. Bales did a really nice job of cutting off of that miss, but was able to go back and get his rebound. You know, Yutan has a good game plan here. They're undersized.
Inside, Gil Jingmer.
Good pace to their offense before help side could get to Dingmer. He was able to catch it with 2 foot in the paint. At 6'9", that's going to be difficult to stop.
Yeah. Smooth stroke there by Brady Tim. Brady averages 21 a game. He's going to have a big game to keep Yutan in this one.
You can see how soft Yutan's playing the basketball here. Really sagging off inside. Nice rebound again by Bales in the putback. 3 possessions in a row. Grand Island Central Catholic has been able to get the basketball into the lane. Bale have a size advantage. Sorry, Larry.
Yeah, no. Bales has started every game these last 2 years after tearing his ACL as a freshman. Missed that year. He had 10 and 11 in the 2 games. Good take. Again, that's Brady Tim.
Yeah, Tim picks his spots really well. Good mid-range, strong finisher, already with 12.
Jingler's shot is off. Richmond with the board. Richmond kicks it out. Open look here for Peterson. Bales with the board. Jingmer to Bales. He draws contact. Good pump fake by Bales to draw. Oh, check that.
Yeah, get a post entry, then Bales is doing a good job of cutting off of that post entry. Kind of slipped a little bit. Looked like his feet did move. This is where Tim is really good. You pressure him, he's able to attack. You play off of him, he kind of has that pull up. He gets to that 15-foot mark and is able to pull up and knock down that jump shot. It's the game winner he hit against BRLD, kind of got to that elbow.
Tim drives in. Straight up and down by Jingmer. No foul called. It will stay with Yutan.
It's not every day you see 6'9" and C2.
Right.
Dingler did a really nice job of just using his length and his size, not trying to swat at the basketball. I think Yutan has liked the pace of this game. Certainly the lower scoring, slower tempo game favors them. Not quite as deep, not quite as maybe offensive balanced as Grand Island Central Catholic.
Daniel with it. Out of Richmond. 1:15 to go here before halftime. Richmond drives in.
See Herbeck kind of face guarding Tim.
Tipped out of there. Richmond chases it down. Here's Daniel. Bring it back out. And they are denying Brady Tim. Here's Tim with it. Kicks it out. Look for Dakota. 30 seconds to go before half.
Yeah, you work so hard to get an offensive rebound, just kick it out. GICC is going to have a chance to hold for the last shot here to extend that on that three-point lead. Probably be some type of a Dingwell come back off some type of a screen.
Three on the way. Good range not there. Put back. At the buzzer. Got it. Braden Wenzel at the buzzer for GICC. And the Crusaders take a 5-point lead into the halftime locker room. Here's another look.
That's why you always want to take that shot with 4 or 5 seconds to go versus at the buzzer. Just give your team another chance to get a rebound and a putback. Momentum boost going into the locker room.
One more look at it. The putback at the buzzer. And now Andy Kendi is with Jesse Gardner.
Coach, talk to me about the first half. You guys are battling a huge team. How have you fared so far, in your opinion?
Not too bad. I think we could do a little better, but I think we're doing a good job on their big guys. I'd just like to see us get to the rim more on offense.
What do you tell your guys at halftime? You're only down 5.
We're exactly where we want to be.
That's it?
That's
it. All right.
All right.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank
All
you.
right. Down 5 at halftime. Yutan trailing GICC in the C2 championship.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out.
Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA. It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely. How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get? This is a hidden gem.
Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
All right, it's time to talk about us. Not him, not her, not them. Us. Thanks to us, things have been great. In fact, you can find us just about everywhere. Your food, that's us. Your food's food, that's us too. Your fuel, that's us. And should anyone out there happen to doubt us, by all means, just watch us.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Aurora Cooperative, Nebraska Corn Board, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support.
Halftime of the Class C2 championship game, GICC leads Yutan by 5. Joining us now is Ron Higdon. He is from the NSAA, and of course, one of his duties is being in charge of wrestling. Well, let's talk about wrestling, Ron. What a challenging year it's been. How do you think overall the NSAA fared in putting on a wrestling program for the entire season?
Well, if you would have asked us that in November, we would have been shaking our heads. We'd be lucky to get anywhere. But by the end of February, when we revamped the entire state tournament and had a regular season and have an opportunity for those kids to compete actually in front of fans, it was a tremendous success, we felt like.
I know people from the outside who don't really know the sport of wrestling were a little concerned with the COVID and protocols and what have you, because it's guy on guy, or a player on player combat. But you know what? Wrestling has a tradition of being a very clean and sanitary sport. I assume that you were pretty confident you guys would pull through.
You know, that's one thing that people don't know if they're not familiar with wrestling is we clean all the time because of the chance of passing communicable disease. That we, on a daily basis, clean, and we amped it up. Our schools did a tremendous job. We had a fantastic success rate throughout the regular season of teams being able to compete. And to my knowledge, there wasn't anybody that wasn't able to compete in the postseason due to a COVID quarantine or a COVID positive test.
That is amazing. And speaking of the postseason, a new format because of COVID, you had to split up the classes A and D, and then B and C separated each classes. The set of classes had 2 days each. How do you think that fared?
Considering, I think it fared really well. I mean, we had an opportunity for people to get in there. We did single class sessions so that we had plenty of seats for people to get tickets, and when they were able to watch their kids compete in an atmosphere that was a championship atmosphere, I think that's a plus. We only sold out a couple of sessions. The Class B and C final was sold out, and it was packed house. Considering social distancing, it was the most we could sell, but it has great atmosphere, and we were just really, really fortunate to be able to do it.
I know a lot of wrestling fans are looking towards the future. Is this something that will continue where you split the classes up and A and D go on, what was it, Wednesday, Thursday, and B and C went on Friday, Saturday, or is this a one-year deal?
To be honest with you, in my mind, I'm a little biased, but I think wrestling championships is one of the coolest things that we are able to do for our kids. The atmosphere that you have with all 4 classes competing at the same time is something that we really don't want to lose. So to answer your question, if we can, we're going to go back to the old format as soon as we possibly can.
Well, Rod, thanks so much. You did a great job this year. I know it was a huge and challenging year. You guys passed with flying colors, no question about it. GICC leads Yutan. It's halftime of the Class C2 state championship game. We will be back with more halftime festivities after this.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
All this grass, all this mulch, all these projects to do. They all get done with the Kubota BX Series tractor. The Kubota BX Series. Kubota is a proud sponsor of Nebraska high school sports on NET. It's the crack of dawn, but it's never too early to get ready for hunting season. Acceleration, handling, and cargo room for work. The Kubota's Sidekick. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNEsports.com.
Sports fans, seasons change with new teams, new players, and new excitement. Just minutes from state championship venues, Sarpy County has year-round family fun, shopping, restaurants, and more than 2,000 hotel rooms. Your visitor's guide from GoSarpy.com helps start new traditions when you, family, and friends visit Eastern Nebraska. GoSarpy.com. So near, so fun.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Grand Island Central Catholic on top of Yutan here at the half, 24-19 as we get prepared for third quarter action. Let's take a look back at what happened in the first half, show you some highlights of first half play. We'll start in the first quarter. And Yutan with a couple of big threes early. That was Dakota who had 2. Down low, Jingmer had an answer. Turek with that three-pointer, then a nice drive. And a bucket and one opportunity for Lowry. And then Brady Temp started to heat up.
There you see Dangler again was able to catch stretch with deep post position.
Here's a look at the numbers from the first half, and you see Grand Island Central Catholic shooting at a really good 48% clip, 32 for Yutan. Three-point field goals, that's what's keeping Yutan in this.
Yeah, that'll be the stat I watch in the second half. If Yutan can continually convert from the three-point line, that'll be their best strategy to win. If you look at points in the paint, that's where Grand Island Central Catholic has an advantage. You know, that 16 is the reason why they have a 5-point lead at halftime.
When we come back, third quarter action from here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Stay with us.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions.
After concussion, returning to the classroom is a priority of the NSAA. All brains return to learn, not all brains return to play.
After recognizing that an athlete has suffered a concussion, it is important to monitor the symptoms in the classroom before allowing the athlete to return to extracurricular activities.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course once every 3 years.
More information is available on our website, nsaahome.org. Student athletes are students first, athletes second.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Kubota Dealers. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support.
With head coach of GICC, Tino Martinez. Coach, you're up 5. Are you satisfied with that first half?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we played our best basketball, and I thought they played really well. Brady Tim really hurt us there for more possessions than we would have wanted. But for the most part, you know, we're up 5. That's better being down 5. I thought our kids competed.
How do you keep him under wraps, Tim?
Well, we got to do a better job of keeping it out of his hands, for one. And then when he has it, we have to do a better job of crowding the lane. And right now, we're paying a little more attention to our guy instead of him. And so we need to do a better job. So hopefully the second half we'll get her done.
Coach, good luck in the second half. Thanks for your time. GICC up by 5 at the half. Larry?
Thank you, Andy. I want to remind you that, you know, if you're on the go and you can't see this game or can't get to your TV to watch, you're able to watch it in several other ways, not only on your computer and your laptop, but also on the NET Nebraska app. You can download that app in the App Store by searching NET Nebraska, or just go to our website. And you can find that at netnebraska.org/apps. Go there, download the app, and you can watch all the action from NET, including college player profiles, former Big Red wrap-up episodes, a lot of content on our app. Ready to go here, third quarter action. And there's the man that's going to try to keep Yutan in this, Brady Tim. He had 12 in the first half to lead all scorers. Much more balanced attack for GICC. No one with more than 7. 8 total Grand Island Central Catholic players in in the scoring column. 8 total have scored. They'll start with the ball here to begin the third.
Yeah, Martinez, one of their leading scorers a year ago, averaging 9, got in foul trouble, did not score in the first half, so look for him to get going a little bit.
Extending that defense out on Tim. Here's Dakota with it. Nice pass from Dakota underneath. Out there, the rebound fought for and kept alive. And a timeout taken by Jesse Gardner. Be a 30-second timeout after QB had ripped it loose, gone to the floor, and kept possession. Here's another look.
Yeah, great back cut.
Second and final 30-second timeout.
Daniel missed the layup and did a good job of hustling and securing the loose ball, and every possession matters. So coach took a timeout, saved the possession.
GICC has outscored Yutan in both the first and second quarter. And the first by 2 and the second by 3. That's led to this 5-point lead at 24-19. Well, it's been great to have these state championships all day long right here on NET. Good crowds on hand throughout the day here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. And glad that if you couldn't be here, you could watch these on NET.
Got 3 overtime games.
In and out by Tim. And that's chased down. Oh, and then I think it goes off of Peterson. It went off of the leg of Jengmer and fired right back into Peterson, who was out of bounds. Watch this.
A nice piece of officiating to pick that up.
So it looked like it goes out, but it goes off of Jengmer. In the back half of that, it went right back off of Sam Peterson. Heady play by Peterson.
Yutan's going to 2-3 zone here. It's a new look,
yeah,
for Coach Gardner. They really played kind of a soft man-to-man to take away the Digmer brothers in the first half. Central Catholic is only 1 of 7 from the 3-point line. There you see Digmer's size affecting Tim's shot there.
QB to Dakota, who kicks it out. They'll reset. Baseline jumper is off. We mentioned earlier these two teams squared off last year in the semifinals, a game that was won by GICC, but the manner in which that game was won is unique. It went 3 overtimes last year between these two teams. 47-46 for the final, and there is an inside dunk by Jengmer.
Yeah, good post action there against the 2-3 zone. The high post flash.
Tim then just breezes by. Oh, does not get it to go. Rebound Jengmer.
They had to adjust that shot just due to the size as well.
To finish the previous thought, GICC won it in 3 overtimes, but there was a foul that was committed with no time on the clock that sent Herbeck to the line, and Isaac Herbeck knocked home the game-winning free throw in the 3rd overtime with no time on the clock. That's how it finished last year in the semifinals. Chieftans will take the timeout as the deficit has grown to 7 at 26-19. Well, if you're dreaming of warmer weather, and boy, aren't we all, guess what's coming up, Andy? It's my favorite show on NET, Backyard Farmer. NET's perennial favorite blooms with expert advice to get your garden growing. You can watch another season of Backyard Farmer beginning Thursday, April 1st, 7 Central on NET. This rain is going to help the yard. It's going to help the flowers. It's going to help all of your perennials. You plant perennials, right?
No, I'm more focused on the produce. I love fresh produce. So.
You have a garden?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Who doesn't have a garden, Larry?
I don't have a garden. I love my yard. I love my bushes and flowers, but I don't have
fresh
a garden.
Tomatoes, cucumbers.
Like, really?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, how, you've never brought me fresh produce.
From Ord.
You're from
Ord town.
Do you do your garden yourself?
Yes, it's easy.
That's awesome. Is it elevated?
Oh, it's protected. Little fence.
Wow. Well, you should listen into Backyard Farmer. Then Kim Todd and team have all kinds of suggestions and recommendations for you.
I'll do that.
It's a must DVR in my house.
Got a lot of spare time with 4 kids and run around coaching every sport.
Bet you do. Eight-point advantage now for GICC.
Yeah, important stretch here for Yutan. Just really haven't been able to, outside of Tim, find any consistent offense, anything to go to. That they're doing a good job of face guarding Tim, limiting his touches. You know, not only does he score, he creates so many scoring opportunities for Yutan.
Here is Martinez, downloaded Jingmer. Jingmer tries baseline. Oh, nice turnaround, doesn't get it to fall. The rebound to QB. And QB inside gets the roll. Good drive by Brady Tim to create some space.
Yeah, you can see his teammates are pretty dependent on him making plays for them. He drew help that time. Really nice pass, good finish. You know, that's a big basket to get it back to 6.
Down low, Jingler. Catch and shoot.
Yeah, really impressed with their growth. You know, as you mentioned, only 2nd year of basketball. Good athletes, good feet, good hands.
Basket's good. The foul is called on Dade Jingmer. That's his 2nd foul. And a 3-point play opportunity upcoming for the Chieftans.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit. That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college. How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question. So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
Andy Kendi back at Pinnacle Bank Arena. You think you had a busy weekend? I present you this. This is Larry Putney's schedule this weekend in the last 24 hours. Last night he called the Ohio State-Nebraska volleyball match, then went home and prepped for 6 basketball games until about 2 a.m. This morning, 7 a.m. call, more prep. Then from 9 a.m. until this current moment, Larry Putney has been calling basketball games. I just hope for any tea's sake, Larry, that they do not pay you by the word.
Very clever, Andy Kendi. Thank you very much. It's been a fun stretch. Watched Ohio State or Nebraska take Ohio State in 5 last night. 6 state basketball champion. We had great games all day long. 3 overtimes.
Yeah, we had a 3-minute segment of the Miller North Bellevue West game where we couldn't get a word in because there's 47 points scored in 3 minutes.
We didn't have to say much there. You can just sit back and watch. I think the thing Andy didn't put in there, though, is, you know, I haven't showered now in 48 hours. Andy Markowski's feeling that pain right now.
I say Andy Kennedy hasn't been by you. I have. Got a little tie-up by Yutan to get the ball back. It was 9 and then 7 and then 5 and a chance to cut into that deficit even more. I think Coach Gardner alluded to it. I think they just wanted to to stay close, hang around. Maybe Grand Island Central Catholic would feel some pressure late game.
Pull up, knocked down, good jumper there. Brady Tim helping Yutan hang around here.
Yeah, if he
cut the three.
Sorry, Larry. If he gets to the 15-foot spot, that's where he goes with the dribble, that pull-up, high efficient shot.
Oh, nice. Cut to the basket, feed down low, and Herbeck.
Herbeck now with 5.
Rebound to Jingmer off of the miss by Brady Tim. Offensive foul is going to be called on Marcus Lowry.
Yeah, Yutan does a nice job. What they do is they give you a little space in the post instead of trying to kind of crowd and bump you, and then they anticipate what shoulder you go over, beat you to the spot, take the charge. Nice job of post defense.
.225 to go here in the third. 5-point lead for GICC. Oh, nice fake feed. Could not finish. And the rebound to the hands of Lowry. But what a drive by Peterson. Foul on the floor. That will be called on Drake Trent, his second personal foul.
Second team foul against the Chieftans.
Off the screen, Martinez with the jumper, got it. Three-pointer for Russ Martinez.
Might have a chance to be a 5-point possession.
Well, fired up here is Brady Tim.
Who he's talking to?
He didn't like the clapping in his face after the foul was called. I think that fired him up a bit. Looked inside, got it inside to Jingmer. Good roll, 5-point possession, and Bales with the 2 there.
Yeah, ran a nice set to get Russ Martinez an open 3 off a backside stagger double, and then compounded it with the foul, and then capitalized with another basket. So huge turning point of this game.
Hand check and the foul is called on Bales. 7-zip run right now for GICC.
Yeah, Grand Island Central Catholic does a nice job of running offense through the post. They hit on a post speed and then they cut off of it. Really good if you're going to double ball side.
Tim inside, doesn't get the roll, but gets his rebound. And then tied up. Possession arrow will go to GICC.
Yeah, Yutan's had a couple looks at the basket. You know, Peterson had the nice kind of fake and missed a layup, and then that time Tim had one halfway down, wouldn't drop for him. Kind of a big last minute here of the third quarter. Yutan's got to stay attached, try to cut into this 10-point deficit.
Jingmer loses it off his leg.
Coach Gardner's electing to play for one here. It's a hard thing to do with a guard like Tim. You know, you almost have to send a second defender at him early. If he gets it too deep, he's able to pull up and kind of elevate over the top of you. You know, the end of the first quarter, he was able to kind of get to that 15-foot spot. And he lucked to go with a high ball screen.
Long three on the way, just off. Martinez at the buzzer, good if it goes, and it doesn't. 10-point advantage for GICC. They're on a 7-0 run as we head to the fourth.
Constellation is a natural gas supplier helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
Sometimes you just have to be a little stronger, go a little farther, be a little tougher. This past year was a test to see if we could step up and weather the storm together. We are committed to push a little harder, go a little farther, lean into the challenge, and be tougher together. Aurora and you.
We are back at Pinnacle Bank Arena here in Lincoln. 10-point advantage for GICC to start the fourth quarter. Long three-pointer is off. And Jingmer with the rebound. Jingmer. Good give in the lay-in. That extends that lead to 12 here early in the fourth.
You know, Jesse did a nice job of, you know, kind of finishing that third quarter with a stop.
That's a terrific take.
Another stop. And
Isaac Herbig with the take, largest lead of the game for Grand Island Central Catholic. On top by 14 with 7:10 to go in the game. Let's go over to Andy Kendi.
Jangmer brothers, a terrific story for GICC. You know, Gill's a junior, 6'8", and Day's the senior, number 45, 6'9". You know, their father moved to America from South Sudan to escape the war around 1990 or so. Mom is from Ethiopia. Day, the older, the senior, he's played basketball since second grade, but Gill, he was originally focused on soccer until he grew out of the sport, literally. And so Gill is more raw than Day. He's got terrific upside, and these guys are just scratching the surface. And you've seen tonight, these guys are terrifically athletic, and a big reason why the GICC's up 14.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. And it's amazing just how little, basketball experience they have. Move well, good down low.
Yeah, basketball is a really complex sport. You know, you have your basic shooting, dribbling, rebounding skills, but the decision making, the amount of, information that you have to process to be a good player. So they only have done this for 2 years, and making spin moves like that, and good touch and good hands. Rebound.
Goes to the ground to tie it up, and showing great effort there as well.
Then hustle to get loose balls.
Here is Jangmer, kicks it back up top. Out of the younger Jangmer. That's Gill using the glass and extending the lead now to 16. Getting to the point where it's going to be tough to come back for Yutan. Turnaround. Day Jangmer with the rebound.
Yeah, this size is starting to take over. That 16 points in the paint the first half, and I think they've probably matched that so far in the second.
Nearly a three-point play opportunity, but he is fouled. It will put Day Jangmer at the line.
Fouls on Sam Peterson, personal foul. 14 foul against Yutan. At the line, the fouls in the counter. Number 45, Day Jangmer. Shooting 2 shots.
2 upcoming for Day Jangmer. GICC came in with 4 losses on the year, and you look at just how dominant they've been down here at state. You think, where do those 4 losses come from? Well, they lost to Kearney Catholic, 56-35. Lost to Adams Central, which was in a state title game here today, 50-45 in a tight game. Lost again to Kearney Catholic, but that was much closer, 53-52. And then they played a Class A team in Pius X and lost to Pius 65-45. And Pius was down here at state in Class A. Well, they've certainly played up, had some good competition.
Yeah, it's so important to challenge yourself with a difficult schedule, especially in the spot they were in, coming off a runner-up finish. And Coach Martinez knew he probably had a strong group coming back.
That's the 3rd foul on Brady Tim.
Practice is so much easier from a motivation standpoint when you have tough games on your schedule. The kids tend to lock it a little easier.
Martinez's 3 is off. Dakota with the rebound. And when you play up and you play better competition, you learn about your weaknesses, right? And you learn so much more and understand what you need to work on to become a better, more rounded team.
Yeah, I think it makes you become a better defensive team. There's just different strategies that you might have to talk about, game plan for, knowing that maybe you'll see that caliber of team in Lincoln.
14 foul against the Crusaders.
Martinez on Brady Tim. Long 3-pointer from Tim. That misses everything. And now you get the feeling like Tim's trying to put it all on his shoulders.
Yutan's going to some full court pressure here.
Force the turnover. Here's Daniel with it. Drives baseline, good feet inside. Tim drives. Back up strong off glass for Cubey. Gavin Cubey with 2. Now Yutan will pick up that pressure even more. Martinez breaks the pressure, will bring it back out and reset. Chingmer again down low, and that is a 17-0 run. Forgot about the bucket there, so it's a 17-2 run now. Two-pointer just inside the line for QB.
As Yutan has had to extend this pressure. It's allowed for more one-on-one opportunities on the block. Can't really do both. You can't double the post and press.
Strong move down low, and another bucket by Marcus Lowry. Lowry has 9 points and just really balanced scoring out of GICC. All 8 who have been in the game have scored.
That's where they've been all year. 7 players over 6 points a game. Chingmer is the leading scorer at 10, but you have 9, 2 8s, 3 6s. That versatility and balance is hard to defend, hard to game plan for. They can play 2 bigs, they can play 1 big. Pretty good length on the guard spots. Just a really complete team.
Yeah. Timeout on the floor. GICC in the middle of a 19-2 run to give them this 48-30 lead. With 2:53 to go here in the game for the Class C2 state championship. GICC looking for their first state title since 2000. Take a look at the last couple of buckets by each team. Back-to-back buckets for QB. If you would like a DVD copy of these state championships, you can get one by going online at netnebraska.org/sports. Follow the prompts for $19.95 plus shipping and handling. We'll send you a DVD, or you can just give us a call at 800-868-1868 for any of our state championships that we've brought you here over the last several weeks, starting with state wrestling, swimming and diving, girls state basketball championships, and this weekend the boys state basketball championships. Inbound to Martinez, but Martinez steps on the sideline and a turnover. Martinez has been face guarded this entire game too. They've done a nice job of denying him the ball. He's a 40% three-point shooter on the year. Last year shot better than 45% from three-point range. Chingmer with the foul and a three-point opportunity.
Yeah, nice job of getting the basketball in the middle of the floor against the pressure. Created a 3-on-2. When in doubt, you go to your 6'8" forward with a full head of steam. That's usually a good decision.
Fourth foul on Gavin Cuby, the 6'3" junior center for Yutan. Two minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. Long three-pointer on the way from Dakota. That's off. So now the Crusaders need to hit free throws down the stretch with 2:15 to go and a 20-point lead, and it looks like Tino Martinez in his 8th season is going to win his first ever state championship. Finished runners-up last year in 2020. They were also runner-up back in 2008. They've only been a champ one other time. That was back in 2000. Russ Martinez is the son of Tino's cousin. Good season in the Centennial West Conference for GICC. They've been so tough defensively all year, not only averaging nearly 60 a game, but holding their opponents to 38 points per game. Average margin of victory almost 20 throughout the year for GICC. That includes those 4 losses. That'll be a foul on Day Jingmer. Oh, check that. It's going to be Martinez. That's 4 on Martinez.
I think Coach Martinez alluded to it. They needed to keep more traffic in the lane around Tim. You know, they did a good job of kind of staying longer on ball screens, making that lane look crowded. I think ultimately just kind of wore Brady Tim out. I think made everything really difficult.
Herbeck and Lowry check out. So into the game now for the Crusaders. Braden Winsel. Chamber pulls that back out, and they'll work clock here with 1:50 to go. And the foul called on Jake Richmond.
Fouls on number 2, Jake Richmond. His first personal foul. 19th foul against Yutan. At the line for the Crusaders, number 3, Russ Martinez, shooting 1 and 1.
Here is Tim. And Martinez picks up his 5th foul, and Martinez has fouled out.
Fouls on number 3, Russ Martinez, his 5th personal foul. 15th foul against the Crusaders.
So the senior guard averages 9 a game, has fouled out. And gets a big hug from his coach, Tino Martinez. Tim now with 20 in the game.
I was just going to say that free throw gets him to 20. Great career by Tim as well.
Checking in for the Chieftans, number 5.
And now the Chieftans will clear the bench, and an opportunity for some of the underclassmen and those who've worked so hard in the gym all year long to make this possible. They'll get an opportunity to be here on the floor at Pinnacle Bank Arena. And what a great season it was for the Chieftans, 24-2 on the year.
They had a great semifinal win to knock off BRLD, the 2-time defending champion.
Drayton Johnson is in the game for GICC as well now, along with Tanner Turek. Paul Kirchman now checks in for the Chieftans. And in his senior year, Brady Tim. What a remarkable career for the senior guard from Yutan. Braxton Wentworth with it up top. Now the 3 on the way from Nolan Tim. 45 to go. Three on the way. Big three-pointer. Tanner Turek knocks it down. And the celebration has begun for the Crusaders. GICC will take a timeout just to sub in here. Into the game for GICC comes Ishmael Nadir. And here's a look at the long three by Turek. Turek hit that three early on in the first quarter, and that's his second three of the game. 6 points. Nolan Tim brings it up the floor. Nolan's just a sophomore. Shot is off. 7.6 ticks until GICC claims its first title in 21 years. And time will run down, and that will do it. Grand Island Central Catholic, their first title since 2000. The Crusaders take home the title. So GICC, your state champs in C2. When we come back, we'll have medals and trophies for the winners and the runners-up. Stay with us right here on NET Sports.
This is Emma. She cares about her kids and our environment. And this is Nate. He loves his car and loves to drive. They both fill up with unleaded 88. Emma knows unleaded 88 reduces emissions from her vehicle. Nate knows unleaded 88 is approved for his engine and provides high-octane performance. They may think about fuel in different ways, but the fuel of choice for both Emma and Nate is unleaded 88. Engine smart, earth kind.
Programming on NET television is provided in part by the Dr. Tom and Dorothy Hallstrom Inspire Nebraska Athletics Endowment.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Aurora Cooperative, Nebraska Corn Board, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Congrats once again to the state champs, Grand Island Central Catholic, as the nets come down. And as they pull those down, let's head to Rich Broderson for medal and trophy presentations for the runners-up from Yutan.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller, NSAA Board of Directors, Dr. John Cerny from Bancroft Rosalie, Dan Kieser from Sutherland, and Kathy Wieskamp from Lincoln Public Schools. Here are the awards for runner-up Yutan High School. Head coach Jesse Gardner and his assistants will present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 0, Sam Peterson. Number 1, Isaiah Daniel. Number 2, Jake Richmond. Number 4, Paul Kirchman. Number 5, Nolan Tim. Number 10, Gavin Cubey. Number 12, Carter Dakota. Number 14, Drake Trent. Number 20, Frankie Heeman-Street. Number 22, Braxton Whitworth. Number 24, Jason Smith. Number 32, Jack Edwards. And to the senior, number 3, Brady Tim. For these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2021 NSAA Class C2 State Basketball Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Yutan High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the champions, Grand Island Central Catholic High School. Head coach Tito Martinez, we have a special award for you. Coach Martinez and his assistants will present the gold medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. We begin with number 5, Jack Canna. Number 15, Brayton Johnson. Number 31, Isaac Herbeck. Number 33, Marcus Lowry. Number 35, Ishmael Nadir. Number 41, Gil Jangmer. And now to the seniors. Number 3, Russ Martinez. Number 11, Kobe Bells. Number 21, Tanner Turek. Number 25, Braden Wenzel. And number 45, Dave Jangmer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Presenting the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Vice President of Communications and Marketing, Jess Rustad. And now for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2021 NSAA Class C2 State Basketball Championship Trophy.
Second title ever for Grand Island Central Catholic, and their first in 20 years. They win at 55-34 and take home the hardware back to Grand Island. Andy is backstage with Yutan head coach Jesse Gardner.
Well, Coach, let's talk about the end of the third, start of the fourth. Really the difference maker in the game, in my opinion, a 15-0 run by GICC. What went right for them and wrong for you?
Ball didn't go in the hoop for us. I think, you know, we had to just try to stay in the game there. So we were trying to take timeouts and do what we could, but we just couldn't get a bucket to fall. And I mean, credit to them; they're a really, really good team.
Yeah, they had great size, and at the end, they were just making the baskets. Is it as simple as that? You know, some days it's not your night.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the ball goes in, sometimes it doesn't, and you know, again, you got to give them credit because they're a really, really good team, but. Yeah, I wish the ball would have went in a few more times.
Sure. I want to ask you about this season as a whole, though. Just getting to this point, it's such a big deal for Yutan to get this far. How big of a deal is it?
It's big for the community, and those kids put in so much time, and they're in the gym all year round, and there's so much support, and it's a great community, so it means a lot to get here.
And it means a lot to have a guy like Brady Tim in your program. How much has he meant to your program, and how much will you miss him moving forward? He's your lone senior.
Yeah, he's, I don't think the words can describe what he's done, you know, for this program and over his career in those 4 years. So I don't know that I'll ever see a player like him again. I mean, he's just, you know, more than anything, he's talented, obviously, but he's such a great kid and high character kid, and we're going to miss his leadership a lot.
Well, congratulations on a terrific season. Yutan, the Class C2 runner-up. We will hear from the champions, GICC, the Crusaders, straight ahead.
Hey, thank you.
We define the paths. You define the future. Wayne State College, where opportunities today prepare you to lead tomorrow. Get started at explorewaynestate.college.com.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions.
All this grass, all this mulch, all these projects to do. They all get done with the Kubota BX Series tractor. The Kubota BX Series. Kubota is a proud sponsor of Nebraska high school sports on NET. It's the crack of dawn, but it's never too early to get ready for hunting season. Acceleration, handling, and cargo room for work. The Kubota's Sidekick. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNEsports.com.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Kubota Dealers. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support.
Just the second time in school history, first time in 21 years. Grand Island Central Catholic, your champions in state basketball, the Class C2 champs. Head coach Tino Martinez was with me now. Coach, congratulations. Difference in the game, maybe the end of that third quarter when you guys made that run and then you poured it on in the fourth?
Yeah, I definitely think, the end of the third quarter, started to be the difference in the game. They just, you got to take your hat off to Yutan, and Brady Tim was phenomenal tonight and gave us more fits than we wanted, but our kids, stuck with it. And then we talked about, it's a championship game, so there's going to be some adversity. We had to react to that better than they did, and I thought our kids did a good job of that. And then we were able to stretch the lead.
I remember interviewing you a year ago, obviously a little earlier in the session because you were the runner-up.
Right.
How much did that drive your team and drive you?
I think it did. We play such a challenging schedule on a week-to-week basis that we really didn't have a lot of time to focus on anything other than that day or that week. But it drove us. It definitely was our goal to be here on this night with an opportunity to win the championship this year, and because that was an empty feeling a year ago. And I just can't say enough about our kids. Our spring was interrupted with COVID, limited summer, but they really were focused from day one, and I'm just really proud of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, how has this been to deal, juggling, keeping everybody healthy and yet playing basketball and staying the course? It has to be pretty gratifying to be here.
It definitely is gratifying. Again, there's a lot of, sweat and everything that goes into it. And then you had to deal with the COVID and everything else. And so, I can't say enough of the commitment of our players and what they were willing to do in order to keep us out of a quarantine or keep us healthy and safe. And so they just followed the rules really well. They were ready to go at practice every day. And on most nights, game nights, they were ready to go.
Coach, congratulations on a job well done, state champions. Why don't you hand that trophy to some of your, we're going to meet some of your players. Right. Marcus Lowry is going to be our first one. He's a junior, 11 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. How's that feel, big fella?
Feels amazing.
Yeah? You've got matching nets on your ears. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me about in your opinion, what do you think the turning point tonight was?
Definitely the third quarter and the start of the fourth quarter when we knew that we could have pulled away and we ended up pulling away. Just got to keep pounding it inside, which we did, and had a lot of points in the paint.
You've seen Yutan before. You've seen them come back. How important was the start of the fourth quarter, because you knew you didn't want to give them any life, right?
Yeah, because Brady, like Tino said, Brady Tim's phenomenal. He's been phenomenal all year, and we had to slow him down, which we did pretty well in the fourth quarter, and that was probably the main thing in the fourth quarter.
What does this mean for the school to bring back a gold trophy?
It means so much, because this is only the second time in school history, and it's been 21 years since we brought one of these home for basketball, so it feels amazing.
Well, congratulations. Why don't you hand that trophy off? We're going to meet the Jangmer brothers. First, Gil is first up. Number 41, 8 points, 7 rebounds. Big junior. Well, what do you think? How do you feel?
I feel amazing.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is this what you thought? Is this what you thought it would be? I mean, did you think you could be at this point as a team state champions? And when did you think that?
Yeah, for sure. After we lost state runner-up last year, we talked about it in the locker room. It was mainly our goal in the summer. So
tonight as a whole, you were looking at some highlights now. How much do you think your size, you and your brother's size, bothered them?
A lot.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people have advantage, so it bothered them pretty bad.
They look pretty frustrated at times tonight out there. And what is it like playing with your brother and winning a state championship?
Oh, it feels good because not a lot of people get this opportunity, so.
That's cool. Congratulations. Why don't you hand off the trophy to your older brother, Day? Day's a senior, 12 points, 7 rebounds. You're capping the high school career with a championship. What does that feel like, having a gold medal around your neck?
Oh, it feels amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this journey this year. How difficult was getting to this point, dealing with the COVID and protocols and all that stuff, and staying the course and staying together as a team?
I mean, like Coach said, we had to take precautions, and we played challenging schedules. So, we did our part on the COVID part to do everything we could to stay out of the quarantine.
How rewarding was it to win with some of your best friends and high school teammates?
Oh, that's the best feeling ever.
And your brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Well, congratulations. Job well done. Grand Island Central Catholic, state champions in Class C2. They finished the season 25-4. They win 55-34 over Yutan.
Jan and Anna Dvorak homesteaded in Nebraska's grassy wilderness. 48 years before Nebraska's first high school wrestling championships, 31 years before Nebraska's first high school basketball championships. Since the dawn of sport in Nebraska, our ranch and farm families have been there. Dvorak Brothers Ranch's Red Angus recognizes this year's athletes, as well as the ranch and farm families whose contributions help make high school sports in Nebraska possible. Dvorak Brothers Ranch's Red Angus, 140 years Nebraskan.
It may be small, but this little bean fuels power. It powers a food industry as a source of protein. It's a fuel that powers diesel engines while reducing emissions. It powers a state economy and bottom lines. And it powers the rest of the world as a Nebraska export. Yeah, it may be small, But we're finding more ways for this little being to power Nebraska.
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom, but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Aurora Cooperative, Nebraska Corn Board, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Well, one final time, welcome back here to Pinnacle Bank Arena along with Andy Markowski. I'm Larry Putney. I guess what sticks out to me in this day-long coverage is we've had some great games. First of all, 3 overtime games, and then you look at maybe some newcomers into the championship circle with Millard North winning their first ever, GICC winning its first title in 20 years, an overtime win for Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family. What sticks out to you, Andy?
All of that, and then you have Beatrice returning to a title, Falls City Sacred Heart, which is a traditional power, and 61 games for Auburn. Great day of basketball, but the Class A game, in my memory was a special night, and I think a lot of people got to witness a great game at home as well.
Yeah, Doug Woodard said it well when he said, you're just not going to see this every year in a state of our size, that much talent in that good of a game. I want to say thanks to everyone who's been a part of these state championships over the last month on NET. We've brought you wrestling and swimming and diving and boys and girls basketball. So for all of the spring sports championships, thanks so much for all of you for joining us. I want to say a special thanks to the NSAA staff who've done a great job. John Dolliver in running this tournament. Our NET crew, producer Gavin Felix, outstanding job as always in these championships. So one final time for Andy Markowski, for Andy Kendi, for the entire NET Sports production crew. I'm Larry Putney. Thanks so much for joining us this month. We'll see you next time back here on NET Sports.